Book of Heaven, Volume 32, May 14, 1933. Little place of love that the soul holds within her Creator, and little place that God holds in the soul. How sanctity is formed by degrees of love. Seed sown by Jesus, how he first does deeds and then words. I felt all immersed in the supreme fiat, and repeating my round in it as I united myself to its acts, so I felt its waves of love coming to me, which pouring upon me brought me the love of my Creator. Oh, how happy I felt in feeling loved by God. I believe that there is no greater happiness either in heaven or on earth than for the creature to occupy a place in the bosom of the celestial Father, who makes his waves of love arise to love her. But while I felt I was under these waves, my sweet Jesus, visiting my little soul, all goodness told me,
"My blessed daughter, going around in our acts, which we did both in creation and in redemption for love of creatures, makes new love arise from within our divine being, and invests the one who unites with our divine acts. By uniting herself with our works, she prepares the little place in which to receive our waves of love, and as she receives them, she too loves us with new love, and forms her waves of love for her Creator in such a way that she holds her little place of love in our divine being, and we hold our place in the creature. You must know that true sanctity is formed by the degrees of love with which you are loved by God, and it is then that this love takes possession when the creature loves. When she receives his divine love and she loves, God disposes himself to love her more with new love. To be loved by God with new love is the greatest act that God does toward the creature, and all the sanctity, the glory, is constituted for as many times as she has been loved by God, and for as many times as she has loved him. In fact, you must know that our Supreme Being loves all and always in a universal and general way. To this he adds a special and direct love toward the one who, as we love her, gives us her love. So, if the creature has been loved by God with special love once, 3 times, 10 or 100 times, according to that number, so many degrees of sanctity, and therefore of glory, does she acquire. See then, going around in our will, uniting yourself to its acts, calls us to love you with special and new love, and God calls you in order to be loved with your new and special love. And God himself will be your witness, who will say to all, to heaven and to the earth, "It is true, I have loved her, but she has loved me. I can say that my love called hers and hers called mine to love each other." Therefore, one who lives in our will secures our love, nor do we have the sorrow that it might be rejected. On the contrary, as the sign that she has received it, she responds by giving us her love.
Then I was thinking about the divine will, and 1,000 thoughts crowded my mind with doubts, with yearnings, with certainties, with longings for wanting the divine will as primary life of my life. I wanted its sweet empire inside and outside of me. Now, while I was doing this, the ever-lovable Jesus added,
"My little daughter of my will, you must know that when I manifest a good, a truth, it is the surest sign that I want to give that good or the gift of a truth of mine as property of the creature. If it were not so, I would be deceiving her, enticing her, making her waste time with 1,000 of useless desires, without the possession of the good that I made known to her. I am incapable of deceiving anyone, or of doing useless things. On the contrary, first I decide to give that good, and then I manifest the nature of that good. And while I manifest it, I already place the seed in the depth of the soul, that she may begin to feel the beginning of the new life of the good that I made known to her. And the continuation of my manifestations that I make known to her serves to make the seed germinate, to asperse it and water it in order to form the whole of the life of the gift I want to give her. And the sign that the soul has accepted and welcomed the new life of the gift I want to give her is the fact that I continue to manifest the different qualities, the beautiful prerogatives, the immense value that my gift possesses. And after I have made sure that she already possesses, in its entirety, the life of the gift that I wanted to give her, then do I make known to her my aims, the crafting I have performed in her, and the gift which she already possesses. My wisdom is infinite. My industries of love are innumerable. First I do deeds and then words, which serve to instruct the creature on how to receive, preserve, and make use of the good that I have given and made known to her. To give a good without making it known is like wanting to give food to the dead, and I have never had anything to do with the dead, but with the living. To make it known without giving it would be a mockery, nor would it be the custom of our divine nature. So if I have manifested to you so many truths on my divine will, it is because I want to give you the gift of its life operating in you. If it were not so, I would never have spoken to you so much. My mere speaking is messenger and bearer and depository of the great gift of my divine will, not only for you, but for the whole entire world. Therefore, be attentive, so that my seed may be pulverized in you to the point of changing into your nature. And then will you experience, with facts, the reigning of my will in your soul. In fact, did I not do the same with my celestial mother? First I formed her, I prepared her, I endowed her, I prepared the place, I extended my heaven in the depth of her soul, I made known to her many things, and as I made them known to her, so did I give them to her as gift. I could say that we, mother and son, first did the deeds, and when nothing was lacking to my sanctity, to my divine decorum, to the new heaven that was coming to dwell upon earth, then did I manifest to her the secret that I had already chosen her as my mother. And as I manifested the secret, so did she feel herself the mother of her Creator. See then, the necessity of manifesting what I want to do with the creature, so that God and the creature may want the same thing. And the necessity for my very incarnation to take place, not before, but in the very act in which she learned that I already wanted her as my mother, and she accepted to be so. Therefore, it takes great attention when I make known a good that I want to give to the creature. She does not know where my aims are heading to. I do not make everything known at the beginning, but I proceed gradually, manifesting and operating in order to get there where I want. And if she is not attentive and does not follow me, it can happen that she might remain half of the way, and I will have the sorrow of not being able to give my gifts and of not being able to fulfill my designs.
Fiat.